what's up? Mix It Up podcast fans. We're back. I'm Mike. They're the Knicks. We're about to bring this up. Some topics, some new interesting topics that we're going to discuss today. I think we got like 3 or 4 of them. Nick, what we got, man?
We got 3 or 4 hot topics.
That's right.
All right, baby. Let's jump
1, 2,
into
3, 4.
Which one you want to talk about first? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I want to choose 3.
Well, 3 is all right. I'll tell you them all. Alternate universes, can they be real? I hope so, because I want to get the fuck out of this universe right now. A fight in Miami-Dade airport or international airport, whatever, over standby seats.
Hilarious.
Really, guys, come on. Spending useless amounts of money, which we all do. We spend so much money. And Back to the Future movie conspiracy theories, whatever the fuck those are. Michael lead that one. So
this baby hits 88 miles per hour.
You picked topic 3, which is shit. I don't know if I said them in order, but whatever the fuck. The topic on my piece of paper is the fight in Miami airport over standby.
Yeah, what the fuck happened, man? I gotta look it up.
So apparently there was 3 standby seats left and 4 people that needed to get on. But I think what I heard was they were a group of people. They were like together. That's what I heard.
With each other.
Yeah, but it could be completely wrong, because why would you start fighting each other unless you're just a bunch of friends and you're like, I'm getting on that fucking plane, asshole, right?
That's probably what I'm just. Oh, now I remember. I seen this. I know what you're talking about now. Holy shit.
Yeah, so they're like beating the shit out of each other in the airport, and then other people are jumping in, and it wasn't like a huge brawl, but it was decent.
Yeah, right.
And, like, where was security? You know,
there's like 2 separate fights and shit.
Yeah.
One on one side, one on the other. People were screaming.
Yeah. One person got arrested and they're going to get brought up on charges for like disorderly conduct. But you see this guy like going to town on this guy on the floor.
Fuck.
How is there not more than disorderly conduct? Like, disorderly conduct could just be getting drunk and fucking flashing fucking people, probably, right?
Maybe because they were friends. That's what it is. Since they knew each other and nobody's pressing charges against one another.
Could be.
They're just like everything's dropped, but they have to get all arrested for some shit. And that's probably what it was. Or just, it's probably just a fine or whatever.
Yeah.
There's 7 people. Jesus.
7 people were wailing on each other. Over
it's like the Brady Bunch.
4 people. Who the extra 3 people?
What are you looking at, butthead?
I don't know who they are. I don't know. Maybe they tried to jump in and be like, yo, stop fighting each other. And then they just shit erupted.
Oh,
God. That's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, when you're in an airline and you got to stay there a little longer. Who knows when the next flight was?
Yeah, maybe it's like next day or some shit. Like, that people get desperate. Somebody
I know, you guys know him too, but I'm not going to say his name. Just came back from Florida, and their flight got canceled.
Oh, wait, I got some clarity. Sorry. So the reason was 7 people is they were sitting at the booth in the standby line, and they were going back and forth with the agent.
Mm-hmm.
So when they said there was only 3 seats available, they got like all annoyed. And then the agent said, okay, there's a group of 3 behind you, and asked them if they wanted to go.
Oh, wow.
And then they started fighting with the other group of 3.
Wow.
That makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, this fighting, but Jesus, I'm seeing some.
Yeah. Yeah, they went off, man.
That makes sense then, I guess. But I mean, if you guys aren't going to go on it, then just let the people behind you go on it, right?
Yeah, right. What the hell? Maybe that. Do they have like a time limit or some shit? Like, all right, to think about it, or they were just like, you don't want it? All right, next. Maybe like they were just like kind of rude like that. Like,
I don't know, but what are you going to do? Leave one of your friends there in Miami?
Yeah, I know. Like,
I would have stayed. I would have stayed in Miami.
I mean, yeah,
kidding me?
You're staying in Miami. You're not staying in like Mumbai or something.
Yeah, but when you just like, I want to go home.
Yeah, you want to get the fuck out of there.
Oh, I go home now.
I understand, but that's like one of those things. Like, Nick, we go upstate, and you're leaving me there. Well, all the other 6 people leave, but yeah, Nick, you're staying there by yourself.
Well, I'm going home now.
I hate the fact that sometimes I want to feel like I have to go home. Like, I just want to be able just to not go home. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you repeat that again?
So basically, like you know how you get that feeling where like I just want to go home.
Yeah.
I want to have the opposite where I'm like, I don't want that. I'm like, I'm not gonna go home, and I
Mhm.
just don't go home.
All right.
But I always go home. One day I just want to walk out of my house and just never come back.
I've had that feeling.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to go upstate on Monday and just I've had this multiple times. But there was just too much stuff I had to do on Monday night. Otherwise, I'd be doing this podcast from upstate right now, which I might do next week.
You should do it from outside.
Not good reception up there. You'll lose me.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
I would also not want to be outside at night up there by myself.
Yeah, I mean, even inside, I'd be shitting my pants. I convinced myself because I want to go up there when I'm in fits of rage. And I convinced myself I won't be scared up there. And then until my fit of rage goes away, and then I'm pissing and shitting all over the place because I'm
You'll be
freaking out.
petrified. Have you ever been up there alone by yourself?
No, I've never been up there alone by myself. What are you, crazy?
No,
Yeah,
I
I
know
mean,
pe-
I would never do that.
you
I
would
know
never
people.
do that.
I know people who have.
Really?
I know real humans.
That's that'd be tough to do, man. To go all the way like upstate, like where it's nothing around and you're by yourself. Shit.
Hell no. I mean, fucking, you
I
can
would
hear
too.
coyotes. I'm not even afraid of the animals. I'm afraid of the lunatics up there.
Right? Yeah. They come knocking on your door in the middle of the night, like somebody's probably not in here. They probably don't use this house, and then boom,
Right.
you're ready. You're fucking fighting strangers and shit.
Yep.
You're gonna wake up to somebody standing over your bed and Nick going, "I'm here, Huckleberry."
I wouldn't even be able to go to sleep. There would be no waking up.
Hey, Huckleberry, you sleeping?
Let
No, I'm wide awake waiting for you. And then you blow his head off.
let me give you a situation here, okay? And this
Tell me.
happened. This happened to somebody that I know. All right.
Oh shit.
Somebody that's close to me in that house. Okay.
Oh.
So this certain person is up there with a certain other person who happened to be their girlfriend. Okay. It's not me. This isn't me. It's somebody I know. The situation unfolds as such. It's pouring outside. It's like something out of a fucking scary film. Okay.
I believe it was a horror film.
A horror film. And then you hear knock, 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 knock at about 10 o'clock at night, pitch black, rain coming down. Okay. You don't have a gun on you. The first thing you could find is a fucking knife. Man approaches door with knife behind his back. Man opens door. Big, huge guy there. Goes like this. Hey, do you have a phone I can use? My car skidded off the road about a quarter mile down the way. Guy with knife says, fuck, what am I supposed to do here? Guy lets him in. Guy lets him in to use the phone. Guy doesn't kill other guy. Guy leaves. Guy was serious. Guy skidded off the road.
Yo. Yeah, man. Like,
I hate you.
yo, I give him credit because if I would have been like, nobody's home. I'm like, go away. Like, you're not fucking coming in here, you fucking maniac.
Dude, if I go up there with guns, right? I would go like this to the guy. Sure, you could come in. Just know there will be a loaded weapon
Right.
pointed at your fucking face the whole time.
I'm gonna rest it on your skull.
Yeah, things are going great.
Holy shit, man. That gotta be nerve-wracking for the people knocking on the door. Like, you don't know fucking what you're walking into. Like, if you got to use the phone, if that really was an emergency.
Right.
Like, I'd be like, shit, man. Hopefully they're fucking nice and don't fucking like keep me here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or who knows, man? Maybe that guy just skidded
his
his
mind?
car out on purpose, or wasn't even skidded. I was a little bit off the road. He parked it there, and he was like, "Let me go feel this situation out." And then he knew the other guy had that
the
knife
knife?
behind his back, and he was like, "I'm just
Right.
gonna call the cops." You know,
Yeah.
you never know.
Yeah. It could be. That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird stories like that, man. I heard another one time. If you guys want to go keep on this topic, do you want to keep
Why
on this
not?
topic?
Yeah, sure.
Somebody I know. Now, I don't know if this is urban legend or folklore, but I always put it as one of my friends, somebody I knows. This happened to somebody they know. Okay, so let me see. They picked up a hitchhiker, which number one, just stop picking hitchhikers.
Don't
Right?
do that.
Just does
So-
never end well.
It's
Say
never
Dumb and
good.
Dumber, like pick them up.
Right.
It doesn't work out that way.
So it's a woman too. She picks up a hitchhiker, a guy, and he's got like a bag on him, right?
Of
And
heads.
yeah. So I don't know if she just got a weird feeling or whatever, but she pulled over on the side of the road and was like, something's going on with my tire. Do you mind getting out and taking a look at it? Gets out and she fucking closes the door and jets, right? Gets to a safe point down the road, pulls over, opens up the bag, and there was like a fucking wig and a fucking like one of those masks or whatever, like a stocking mask and like
Wow.
like a duffel bag or something like in there or some shit like that, and a knife or something like that.
No shit.
Now, yeah, and I don't know if this is just like something that I heard through the grapevine, and I think that it happened to somebody that I know to somebody that they know, but I think it happened to somebody that I know to somebody that they know. But isn't that
Who knows?
fucked up? Who knows?
Yeah, that is fucking crazy. Like how'd she know? I guess she had that like gut feeling or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, people give off vibes. Some
Yeah.
people are very good at hiding them. Don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
the best serial killers were awesome at it. With what's his name?
We're awesome at it.
Yeah, like Ted Bundy. They said it was very charismatic and a ladies' man and like whatnot.
Right.
You were A+ material as fucking being a serial killer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And so like it's very good. But then you have like Dahmer, who's the opposite, who is like a complete weirdo, but just brilliant.
I give him an F. Before I have to grade serial killers.
You get a shot at the
Yeah,
title.
I guess people do give off those fucking crazy vibes.
Oh yeah, like what kind of vibes, man?
Just like that creepy fucking voice, man. Yeah, you got to go with your gut in those fucking situations. But I ain't being an idiot. I'm not letting anybody in the house that I don't know, and I'm not picking up fucking hitchhikers.
Right.
Even hot Puerto Rican woman, just gonna keep passing by. You just
Now-
never know, man.
I would like to test that theory.
Yeah, I'll probably fail. You know what I mean? I'll fail immediately. I'm like, yeah, she looks lonely.
I gotta pose this question to the person that was upstate at my house that let the guy in. Why didn't you just tell him to wait outside and you call the cops for him?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Yeah. Maybe because it was raining and he wanted to like let him dry off.
You know what? Your friend or whatever should have been like done the *69 to see if he actually called the cops.
Yeah, and instead of his buddies.
Right. Or I guess like one of those doo-doo-doo. The number you reach has been permanently disconnected because the guy that called this number killed him.
And you're next.
If
Leave
you're
a message.
if you're hearing this message, you have 30 seconds to live.
I'm already inside this fucking house. House of horrors.
That's just reminding me like Scream right now.
The scariest thing that ever happened to me up there, I was up there. We were younger. It was like I don't know. It was like 18 with one of my friends and our girlfriends. We were younger, and somebody called up the phone. So here's the situation: you're in the kitchen. The phone's in the kitchen. Upstairs is where you sleep, right? So there's been multiple times when you're upstairs and the phone rings at like 3 a.m, and you're like, "Who the fuck is calling right now?" Right? And you don't get up to go down there. Because it's a setup. It's a setup. As soon as you go down there, you're going to get killed. But we were in the kitchen in this certain situation, and the phone rang, and this is all that I hear over the phone. Look outside the window. I was like, I fucking threw the phone. I ran upstairs. So I was like, everybody get upstairs now. Now, and this is before I had like any guns or weapons or anything. So freaking out. And then the phone rings again, and I had to tiptoe downstairs. And it was my sister fucking with me.
No way.
Oh, that's so mean.
That's funny, man.
Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, that is fucking scary. So you wouldn't do that now. You wouldn't go up there for a night in the dead of winter, where it
No.
gets dark early, and stay there by yourself.
No.
Even if you had to, like, say you had a choice. Say
Ooh.
somebody's going to give you $1,000. Would you do it for 1,000?
I mean, I'm gonna go do it, but no. Would I do it? No. I'm gonna do it, but I wouldn't do it. If that makes any sense.
Eventually, you're going to have to do it, right?
Well, the two split personalities in me. One would and one won't, and that's the problem. If I go
Yeah,
up there
the
with
unique
the
thing.
if I go up there with the personality like let's do this, and then I get there and then the pussy personality shows up, I won't even make it out of my car. I'll just drop dead in my car.
You turn around halfway.
I'll be dead.
It's like, this is a bad decision.
Yeah, I'll freeze up, man.
Yeah, imagine doing like that. Like, set something up, like, stay up there like on Halloween night or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking sick. Like, rent it
Oh.
out to some maniac that wants to do it, and you charge them. But you make the house haunted,
Oh God.
so they'll be fucking freaked out the whole fucking time. Yo, that'd be some shit.
Could you do it? Could you sleep up there by yourself?
Hell no. What are you, fucking crazy?
Was it
Hell fucking no.
like the stuff of my nightmares?
Yeah. I don't know if I would drop dead, but I would I would have a panic attack up there, and I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Yeah, I would. Like, yeah, there's no way I'd fucking be able to fall asleep. I'd have every kind of armor you could imagine on my body. Mad weapons.
I'd be covered in vibranium.
And I bring my own security camera. I fucking set it up all around the house so I could watch everything.
Hell yeah.
You can't have that kind of technology up there, Mike. It's frowned upon.
Oh yeah, because the shit. Oh yeah. Then what if the power goes out and you fuck it up there?
Oh my God.
God, no.
Can't
Could you
fucking
imagine?
Yo, fuck that.
This shouldn't be called the Mix It Up podcast. How much of a pussy?
Yo, if that happened, I'd probably slip my throat right there. I'm like, I'm doing it. Like, you're not doing it. I'm
I
doing it.
wanted somebody else do it. I'm doing it. Like, you just got to sit there and go, help! Help!
God, if you listen,
You listening?
help!
Help.
I would light the place on fire. 100%.
For light, right? Just for light.
Just for light.
Like, the whole neighborhood's up. Like, you see that? Oh shit.
The other thing is, I don't know if they would even know for a couple of days if you lit that thing on fire.
Well, I mean, the whole woods would catch on fire. We'd probably burn down half the fucking town, so they'd catch on eventually.
But at least it'd be light out.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm good now. I don't care that I lost a whole zip code to the fucking forest fire, but at least I'm not scared anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I could be like, I'm like a 39-year-old man. I mean, 29-year-old man. And I could be fucking paranoid about going up there. I hate that. I wish I could just be like, I'll fucking go up there. I don't give a fuck.
That's
I don't give two shits,
Yep.
The people that talk like that are just acting, right?
Yeah.
They'd be petrified. There's no fucking doubt.
Dude, my dad slept up there by himself. He's not afraid.
He's
Because
a real man.
He's grown up. We're still little girls.
Do ladies work here?
Hell yeah. Our dads do that kind of shit, not us.
I can't do that.
We're
Too
like
paranoid.
millennials.
Way too paranoid. And I can't even go up there. I can't even go up there with somebody that's like, you know how you weigh yourself on a scale like you're not an alpha male. So I'm like in the middle, right? I'm not beta and I ain't alpha. I'm something in the middle. I can't go up there with a beta bitch, right? Because I can't be the most alpha person in there. I just can't. I got to have an alpha dude up there with me to make me feel safe.
I shall call him Mini-Me.
It's like prison, man. It's like prison up there.
Yeah. Like, help.
It's the truth, man.
You need that one person that's like, all right, you're going to start this shit? All right, here we go.
Right.
Like, and then boom, then you're in the mix.
Right.
I don't know if I could just start fucking going fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like right away. But if somebody else starts, then I'm like, yeah, then it could snap me in that direction. So I don't know if I could just be like, oh my God, he's here to kill me. What do I do?
Right. But you can go up there with a bunch of beta bitches, because then as a group, you almost form a one alpha,
You need about like 86 betas to equal one alpha.
Right. It's
You
like
know?
you're going up with a pack of hyenas, you know?
Right.
Like, who's going to fuck with us? Nobody.
It's like, look at this fucking pack. They're all fucking pussies, but together, they're kind of an alpha.
They look like a lion from a
So I'm
distance.
not gonna kill them.
Hey, pack of hyenas could always kill a lion.
It's true, but when his other boy comes out, they can't handle two lions at once.
No. All right, we need a segue.
Okay.
Just
shut
up.
Speaking of alternate universes, yeah. I mean, do you think they're possible? I mean, they gotta be fucking possible.
Well, listen, there's like multiverses out there. There's so many fucking universes.
Yeah.
There's too many fucking stars. It's almost like infinity number. So of course there gotta be an alternate or even a parallel or fucking the same one.
Right.
I mean, that's the biggest question out there. Is it infinite universe?
Hell, you could say
we
that
don't know the
10,000
shape
times.
of space time.
Mhm.
One theory is that if it's flat and goes on forever,
Right.
that would be present. Maybe in many universes, but not ours.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too fucking crazy, man.
But if it does go on for like infinity, which your mind can't even fucking wrap your head around it, and then there's multiverses and different dimensions. So it's whatever you think it's infinity, but then there's like 11 dimensions. So that they say, right? I think so. There could be a dimension going on right here in front of our faces that we can't see. So whatever you think the whole universe it is, multiply it times 11, because there's 11 of those. If that's what they're saying, the different dimensions, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what they're saying. That's just so profound. I don't even know that. Like you said, how do you even quantify that?
You can't quantify it. It's just, and the fact that there could be so much stuff right in front of our face that we can't see, like the dimensions could be happening right in front of our face that your eyes just don't pick it up.
An invisible universe.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just don't see in that light. Like maybe it's in I was gonna say like UV, but we can observe that nowadays. But like what happens is it's in something we just can't see.
Right.
Like that's what they say about like ghosts and stuff. There's something from a parallel universe that we just can't see, but they can affect our surroundings from electromagnetism.
Mhm.
You can literally see it.
But they can see us. You think they can see us?
Possibly. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't even know that we're there. They're just living their best life. They're just sitting there rocking out to a rock song, but because we can't see them, it just looks like shit's getting kicked off the table because they're on a wicked drum solo or some shit.
Why do you think there's a lot of like TV shows and movies about like different universes and all that fucking sci-fi shit, like Stranger Things, Donnie Darko, Sliding Doors, Timeline, Back to the Future, all that shit? Why do you think it's like that? Do you think it's like almost like predictive programming where they're trying to program you like to see what's gonna come? Or it's just people's imagination just like running wild with just possibilities?
I mean, I think that's what it comes down to is humanity's biggest thing is being higher sentient life is we are able to imagine, have the time and luxury to imagine what we don't know about. And we get to formulate these theories and whatnot to explain stuff we don't. But I don't know how we deal with it because no one knows. That's the thing. And that's why it's awesome. Like the stuff we know is cool and whatnot, but sci-fi is such a big thing because anything could be real. Like they think there's some planet out there that has life that forms from liquid nitrogen as nitrogen oceans instead of water like that we live with. And it's not carbon based. Life can be nitrogen based. That's
a different life. So you're saying like life is just not always based upon water.
Yeah.
That opens up a whole fucking new fucking can of worms.
And that's just this universe.
Right.
That doesn't.
right.
That can't. That there could be a universe 10 could have sentient blobs. Everybody's just jello.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I'll eat them all. I went to other universe, and I ate all the blobs of Jello.
I just brought some whipped cream with me, and I just poured it on them, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm eating them."
Ate the whole universe. It was delicious. At lunch, I ate the whole thing.
But look at that Jello looking blob.
Would you let me lick you everywhere?
Do you guys? Are you guys big Marvel guys?
Nah, I mean, no.
I mean, I'll watch them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm the biggest like fan.
Okay, so
I love Batman movies.
I love Brick. Are you just looking around and
Batman.
saying you love things? I love Batman.
the DC universe, so it's a little bit different. But so Marvel, as whatever it is and whatever you think about superheroes, it actually does go into a lot of nice.
We're sponsored by Redemption with Bourbon today.
But it does go into like alternate universes and parallel stuff, and it actually has some science behind it. Obviously, it's still for fan fiction and whatnot.
It's science.
But it does go into it, and it goes into like a lot about how people come from another universe or timeline because theirs is destroyed or whatnot, and they end up in ours with like different powers and abilities and histories, but somewhat similar but skewed. Like I think there was one where like Richard Nixon never does get elected president, and Watergate never happens, and he's actually like the best president in the history of the United States because like something in his formulation of the Watergate scandal never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love all those fucking sci-fi shits. It's always cool.
I mean,
You like Back to the Future, Mike?
Love Back to the Future, man.
What do you like about it the most?
The conspiracy theories that's in it. Have you guys ever heard like about like all the back? You guys watched Back to the Future like one, right?
Yeah.
I've seen them all.
Yeah, me too. So like people's like the remember the clock? It showed like 1:16 a.m. in the morning.
Was that what that's what the time was?
Yeah, in the Twin
Okay.
Pines Mall. So if you flip that over, people were saying 9/11,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Twin Pines Mall like Twin Towers. So they were
Wow.
predicted like the terrorist attack. And look who when Michael went first back in time, he was getting chased by terrorists.
Wow.
So that's a whole like three kind of thing. So
Got
then
the chills.
and then
I just got the chills too.
in the first movie, the clock reads like 9:55 p.m. at one point,
Uh-huh.
and then it was a clear indication for some fans that the film predicted 9/11 because the clock's hands point to 9 and 11 when it's 9:55.
Wow.
So that's like a whole like another thing.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, but how the hell are you supposed to predict 9/11 happens from numbers on a clock?
It's all like that predictive programming where they're showing you things that's gonna happen in life, and they show it in movies.
Unless, Mike, somebody has found a way to go back to the future
I think so. I think they have.
and changed that movie. Or not changed it, but made
Maybe
that movie.
add that stuff. Added
Right.
it.
So
show
they
you
tried to alert us about the impending danger, and we failed to see the signs.
I don't know if they alerted us. Or maybe they tried to alert us. Yeah, maybe they were trying to stop it, but I mean,
Because if you change the whole thing about time travel is that if you change the past deliberately or too much, you change the whole future, so it'll never happen. So if you openly change it too much, it can never happen.
pretty fucking wild, man. Do you know another part? Do you ever get like when it was called the Twin Pines Mall in the beginning, and then once Michael goes away back in time and he comes back to save Doc, it's only one Pine Mall.
really?
Yeah, because when he went back in time before he crashed into the barn, he knocked down one of those trees. And one of those trees happened to be, that's why like people like didn't see that or put that together in the movie. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, that's right. When he knocked down the tree, then it became one pine mall.
Wow,
It's crazy.
What
that
is
is
that
crazy.
in relation to 9/11? Both towers.
Now, just how all these connection type things in this movie. It's just
Well,
fucking weird, man.
Is that why we went from the Twin Towers to the Freedom Tower?
Yeah, could be.
All right.
Because we went back in time, changed
One.
it, and now
Oh shit. That's crazy.
my brain hurts. My brain hurts.
Wow. Fucking Back to the Future, man. Who fucking knew? I gotta fucking watch that fucking movie again.
Actually, when I was actually getting home and doing stuff, that the actor from Back to the Future was on in the Addams Family movie. I was like, oh, I know that guy. He's from some movie.
Doc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He plays Grandpa Lester.
Fester Adams.
Fester.
No.
Fester,
Is
not
he
Lester.
Fester? Yeah. What about that scene when the terrorists do come in? That's where in the parking lot, right? When they show up with like their machine gun. How eerie is that fucking scene, right? Like
Very eerie.
it's just so open the space and like they're just like, you know what I mean? Like fucking weird, man. Weird scene. It's like almost not scary, but I think just eerie is the right word.
Now, what if let me put another fucking spin on it. What if all the people that actually died in 9/11 just went back in time? And now they're living in another alternate universe where that didn't happen.
I mean, does that happen to everybody when they die?
Could be. We don't know.
Do we not know what? Like, yeah, if you die, could you just? All right, so do you die in this dimension, but keep going on in another dimension?
In another, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you just changed one reality to make a new reality.
What if that's just all it is? You're just leaping around.
Leaping around and jumping around and humping
Who knows,
around.
man? Who knows? I have a feeling that it's just like once you die, like it's just not it. There's got to be something more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody fucking says that, but I can't just imagine it just being like nothing. You know what I mean? It got to be something. It just can't be like, all right, I'm going to sleep. But even when you're like dead, you go to sleep. What are you, just forever in dreamland, making shit up? Like,
I mean, that wouldn't be that bad.
Nah, it wouldn't. Like, it would be kind of cool.
You have control of your dreams, and you can just go fucking wild.
Right? You learn to control them.
Yeah.
So if like I wanted to like dunk a basketball in my dreams, I'll be like, yo, I'm dunking on everybody. Like that would be pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would do with my superpower, like basketball.
You become the next Will Chamberlain.
I'm like the Michael Jordan of basketball.
Right.
In fucking dreamland, that'd be fucking awesome.
You want to know about a crazy movie that I saw the other day?
Back to the Future 2?
No, it's it's about like not superhuman powers, but hey, Pastor, cut the shit. Hold on, let me let this cat out.
The cat in the box.
Yeah, I'm dealing with my fucking dog here. My dog's fucking going crazy.
He just goes that he's going to start talking about something, then he walks away and says, "You talk about something." He's about to go into a new topic.
So
I was like, huh?
This movie's called Last Breath. Okay. And it's a spoiler alert. If you guys don't want to know about it, I'm gonna talk about it. But if you don't want me to, I'll stop right now.
No, I'll edit it out after I listen to it on the podcast.
Okay. No, I'm saying for you guys, if you don't want to hear it, because it's crazy. If you're gonna ever watch the movie, I can't tell you about it right now.
Yeah, I'll bleep it out.
I think Mike was making it funny. If he edits it out, he won't remember it.
Do you want me to go ahead?
I want to hear it. I don't mind. Yeah, I'll probably watch it anyway. Is it a new movie?
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So this guy is like a diver for, I think it's for like I don't know if it's oil pipelines or whatever the fuck it is. So he's got to go down and fix something. And I think he's like 300 feet down, and they're attached to this huge fucking cord. It's like this. It's like fucking, for the people at home, probably like 5 inches is wide, right? Diameter. whatever the fuck it is, diameter.
Circumference.
So it gives them their oxygen and it gives them the capability to have light because it's pitch black down there, right? And it's the only way they can get back to the bell, it's called, right? So like off the ship, they drop like a metal bell down there. So they go up and, they get pressurized or whatever the fuck it is. So they're down there and the ship has a capability that you press a button and it has I think it's the rudders or whatever. It basically automatically keeps them in the same exact fucking spot. So the wind comes, it pushes you back. So the boat doesn't fucking move, right? They're in the water. They get to the place where they have to go fix the piece of machinery down there. And all systems fail on this boat. Okay. And it starts fucking drifting. They can't get it back on. It's going so fast on the radar, man. It's like this, boom, boom, taking off. It's pulling these guys now. Okay. Right. One guy got caught. His fucking wire got caught on the thing that they're working on. And he's like, I'm stuck. You got to give me slack. And they're like, we have no slack. We can't give you any slack. Eventually, you can hear the wire fucking getting pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled until pop, it fucking snaps. Okay. He's got no oxygen except for his reserves. They have 5 minutes of reserved oxygen. Okay. Now, the other guy's getting pulled back. He's like, I just drifted away. I couldn't do anything at that point. He was like, I had to fucking save myself. Right.
Wow.
So he gets pulled up. Now, if that ship didn't stop moving, he had pretty much 5 minutes of oxygen to get back to that bell. That gives him the amount of time to get back. The boat's drifting, man. It's fucking drifting. They can't get it back on course. Now, there's manual stuff that they didn't even know how to use, which is ridiculous to me because you got to have a backup plan, right? If you're on the boat, you should know how to fucking use the manual buttons to be able to get back. So eventually they get there and they're giving you the timeline, 12 minutes since he's been without his oxygen, right? So he should be dead. It's 7 minutes after his oxygen supply fucking ran out. So after about, 22 minutes, they get finally back because the wind's blowing them. They're going and they get blown off course again. They finally get the systems back on. They bring it back. It's like 27 minutes, okay? The guy that was actually down there, his partner is on the bell underneath the water, ready to fucking go, right? They give him the heads up. They said, fucking go, go, go. They find him on the fucking manifold like this, right? He goes, and the guy goes, I saw what I expected to see. A dead guy on the fucking manifold, right? He grabs him, brings him back in. They bring him in the fucking bell. They take his fucking helmet off. And he starts fucking breathing, this guy. After being in there for a half an hour with 5 minutes of oxygen only. Okay? He's fucking alive, this guy. So the reason why you guys reminded me of this is, number one, the guys are all freaking out on the fucking boat. And afterwards, he's laying down in bed and one of the guys comes and checks his vitals and he grabs the guy and he goes, it's okay, man. He's like, oh, no. He's like, no, it's okay. It's just like you're going to sleep. And the guy was like, I didn't get emotional until then. Like he was telling me like, it's okay to die. He was like, it's all right. It's not scary, So this guy they don't know how he survived. And what he thinks is the cold down there. It's like 4 degrees down there. He thinks that his body basically shut down and didn't need that much oxygen. It preserved itself, and or the amount of oxygen that he was taking in oxygenated all of his fucking cells and his organs to the point where, being that his body did shut down like that, it had enough oxygen to keep his fucking organs going. Right?
Wow.
So I guess you could tie that back to like, all right, we can't live in certain conditions and shit like that. Right? But he was able to. So what else are we able to do if we were in certain conditions and we trained our bodies to do this? Like there's guys that can hold their breath for like, I don't know. I think the world record's like 20 something minutes or something like that underwater.
I think like Michael Phelps had it.
Dude, because they can slow down their heart rate so they don't need as much oxygen. But that story blew me away, man. I like fucking cried and I was like, is this guy gonna live? Dude, the way they fucking set it up was bizarre. And next thing you know, you see a guy walking and sits down at an interview and it's him and you just start crying. You're like, he lived, man. The guy lived. Like, and these guys,
weekend.
it's called Last Breath.
Last Breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
But
fuck
isn't the whole thing like with drowning and whatnot? Like, once you lose consciousness and whatever, there's a certain amount of time you still can be resuscitated. And like as time goes on, obviously, like the more damage mostly to your brain happens, that it takes you to be resuscitated. But I don't know how long it is, but I think they said they brought in people back like after, I don't definitely know up to 10 minutes. But I think they brought people back like up to a half hour.
That's wild.
Now, do they have severe brain damage and whatnot? That's another story, obviously. But like in that case and scenario, because it's basically like drowning, but you're in a pressurized environment with no actual water, and everything slows down so much with the cold, it might be one of those situations where it's like only actually being drowned for like 5 minutes.
Right.
But I don't know the science behind that, but I do know like they say like people can drown and like up to 10 minutes like can come back with little to no brain damage.
It's crazy.
Pretty amazing. But I don't know, it sounds like a dope movie. But I also sound like I want to cry if I watch it. But
I'm not gonna cry. I never cry, but I put it in my to-do list on my fucking computer. I'll probably watch it Thursday.
Gotta watch Mortal Kombat too.
And Mortal Kombat. Yeah, let me put that in too. Not like that's in there too. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
3 of them. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I can't believe you see the first 2.
Well, I mean, we only have one more topic left, but do you guys want to touch on any of these other topics that we were talking about anymore?
I think I'm good.
Guess in my bit, a little bit.
Think so.
All right.
No,
So the last one's a little bit more lighthearted.
Yes.
It's, spending useless amounts of money.
wait,
So,
let's go in a circle or
Yeah.
virtual circle and say, what do you think you spend your most useless money on for yourself?
Wow. Useless. Probably food. You know?
Yeah, food and alcohol.
Yeah, I don't buy alcohol though, so probably food. Yeah, food. I just like I can survive on so much simpler and healthier stuff, but I just don't. There's just so much fucking shit out there. I'm like, why am I paying all this money for fucking Burger King and Wendy's and shit like that? You know, pizza all the fucking time.
It's still, at least it's a sustenance though.
I mean, you have to have it. You have to, but I could like, I don't have to go crazy and have fuck you money on food, you know?
Sure. I was thinking other things, like not. Like you said, you can definitely downsize and make better, smarter, cheaper options, but I wasn't thinking like that. I was thinking other things.
Like what?
I'm trying to think right now. I just didn't think about food and alcohol.
I mean, just think about the amount of money that you have accrued in your life, right? Like, there's countries out there that would just fucking scoff. They'd scoff at the amount of money that you fucking blow. Everybody that we blow on a regular basis, right? Like $10 here, like $10 could buy somebody in another country a fucking week's worth of food. You know?
Dude, even the food that we don't even finish, that we just toss out, they'll be like, you done with that?
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking, it's gross. It's gross in a way.
Yeah. And it's not even like our money is more powerful, right? So, and we have more of it. So you say you make 60 grand a year or whatever, and you're like, yeah, whatever. I could go spend $150 on a steak dinner, right? I don't care how much money you make. Spending $150 on a dinner is a fucking waste of money.
It's stupid.
Yeah, and I mean we don't. I mean, yeah, we just waste our fucking money, and it's great. Sometimes you go out, you have a great steak dinner, but you could have just as good of a steak dinner by going to Stu Leonard's and buying a fucking filet mignon for fucking $10
Word.
and a couple potatoes.
I was gonna say the dry aged steak for $25 because it's still pretty good.
It'd be nice to have like fuck you money and shit to like go to fucking steak dinners every night.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you have that kind of money, go for it. But like, we don't have that kind of money right now, anyway. Until our podcast blows up, follow us, subscribe, hit the like button.
Buy Bitcoin. Give it to us.
iPad, guys, everything.
But have we just been like raised by the world to make it seem all right to just waste our money on beer and food and like, oh, it's normal to go out and spend $100 on dinner tonight and then tomorrow night and $40 here and $50 there?
I mean, my grandmother has been telling me my whole life that I gotta save money and that I waste money on stupid things and friends are not important and dinners and wine and I should just like sit home with like my girlfriend or whoever I'm gonna marry and like make food and that's better.
I mean,
but do I listen to her? She's a nice lady.
She is. She's a saint. That's Dorothy Mantooth.
But you do know what the thing is? You're not paying for the food and quality.
That's what I go there for. I go for the fucking quality of the food, and when I don't go for the fucking ambiance.
Right. I give two shits about the ambiance.
Yeah, but I'm not saying just ambiance like, ooh, it's a nice leather seat. Ooh, they're going to give me a nice napkin. Ooh, they're going to treat me so nice. It's about the whole experience. You're going there for part of the story that, oh, I went for a freaking fancy steak dinner. Ooh, I can tell my friends about it, or I can post it on social media, or whatever. Make them jealous. It's all about that. It's a status thing, too.
Not for me. I mean, maybe I do go for some sort of ambiance. I can't lie. I'd rather go eat at a nice, decent place than a shitty fucking place. But if they have the best food in that shitty place, I'm gonna go to that shitty place and eat that motherfucking food.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I don't go to a steakhouse for the fucking the likes on the gram. I go to have the most delicious steak, and a lot of the times you're let down, which is disappointing. So this is another thing. Should you tip the waiter, or should the waiter make the money that the cook makes, the chef makes, and you tip the chef? Because if that chef fucking cooks your steak and it sucks, why are you going to tip that motherfucker? Right?
I wouldn't give him shit.
Exactly. Like all your waiter does is bring you. I know the waiters out there are going to be like, fuck you, man. We do so much. But I'm saying you should make the salary of a chef because you have no bearing on whether or not my food's going to taste good. It's all up to the chef, right?
Maybe they should just be on a shared pool and tip system altogether.
Yeah, but how many times you get a shitty meal and you tip the fucking guy 20% no matter what? At least you could tip him less if you're tipping the chef because you don't have to look that chef in the eye.
Yeah, but it's also shitty, but your service is awesome. It has nothing to do with the waiter. Why does he suffer? But I don't know. That's a conundrum of all different types of conundrums.
Nick, wake up.
I am up. I just spoke.
You look like you're falling asleep.
I am falling asleep. I'm very tired.
So we cutting this episode off and grabbing steaks?
Hell yeah. No.
Let's go right now.
Listen, I put a filet mignon on the barbecue the other day, and it was probably one of the best filet mignons I've ever had.
Yo, let's grill them up right now. We'll go get steaks. We'll fucking grill right now, fucking midnight. We'll have midnight steaks.
Midnight steaks, I'm down.
Like real men.
I'm down. Yo, I think we could all become alphas if we do that right now.
Oh, 100%. Well, we don't cook them. We got to eat them raw. That's how to become alpha. A lion.
Yeah, we pour whatever steak sauce we want on there and just fucking eat it raw.
Oh, no. That is a beta move.
No, that's alpha.
Steak sauce is a beta move, man.
You put some A1 on that shit.
Mike,
Nah, man, ketchup.
I'm not coming back on this podcast until Mike does not eat steak with A1 sauce on.
You put ketchup on your steak, man.
Yeah,
Sure enough.
ketchup's the best. You ketchup with steak is the best.
Mhm.
But not if you're going to like a restaurant. Then you get their whatever their sauce they have. Then you don't use ketchup. But
Right.
when I'm at home, I'll use ketchup. I'll give a shit. Nobody's watching me. You know what I'm saying? I can have ketchup when I want to.
I thought this was a joke. Is this not a joke?
At a restaurant, I don't have ketchup with my steak. When I'm at home, I have ketchup with my steak.
Nick, I'm never coming back. Can't talk to this guy.
You ever wonder what A2 steak sauce tastes like?
So much better than one. Or it could be the opposite. It could be like, yeah, it's kind of shitty. It's not.
I was
like,
gonna say it's like half the calories of the first one.
number one's the best, but now you're on number two. I could never have A1. I had like when I was like fucking 10 years old.
Dude.
I looked at this bottle. I'm like, get this shit out of my face.
A1 sucks.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. I don't know what it
gross.
is. Nobody
No
knows
idea.
what it is. Like it just comes out like black. You're like, what the
Vinegar based. I
fuck
know,
is
that, which is why I don't like it.
What's it based with?
Vinegar based. It's like
Is
like
it?
tangy sweet.
I feel like there's like Worcester sauce, soy sauce, and vinegar, and it's like it's so stupid.
It's whatever they had on the side of the road in the streets.
Right.
They just pour it up in fucking bottles and they fucking pass it out.
Have you ever had that like orange brown Peter Luger sauce though?
No, but the phrase Peter Luger
Sounds
sauce
delicious.
sounds very sexual, and you scare me a little bit.
Peter.
Sounds
I've never been there. I want to actually go there at some point.
Let's go. When our podcast picks up, when we make our first million, we're going. We're spending that fuck you money,
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
and we're still like, you got any lunch specials, buddy? It's 7 p.m. Is that a no or a yes?
Don't be shy with the A1, okay?
Right. Shit. All right.
I think that's a wrap, boys.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to this. Another fun episode of the Mix It Up podcast where we keep all the topics all nice.
Lighthearted and fun.
Lighthearted, fun, all that shit, man. It's not like that news we watch every day that's slowly killing your brain cells. So
Right.
tune into next week. Tune in.
Petrified of everything.
Mix it up, baby.
Mix it up. Peace. Bye, Mark.
The cat in the box.